All right. How's it going, y'all? It's the Misplay for Game podcast back at it. This is not a real episode. In fact, this episode 33 is probably the bonus content this comes out for. It probably comes out before episode 33 because we're in Utrecht and all that. But it's me and Tom. We're getting festive with it, and we're dooming some children to the coal mines for Christmas. So we're gonna be going through a bunch of the rookies and kind of figuring out, who's been up to some mischief, who's going on the naughty list for this year, what have they been up to at school, in decks, performing, and then maybe next time we'll do the nice list, the good little rookies.
I think if they wanted to turn their behavior around, they probably should have started before Nat's season. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah,
so
the threat of
we
a
got a
ban
pretty
list.
damning list.
All right.
Oh boy. Shout out to the picker folks at digitalclaws.net. It's the, what's it called? The favorite picker, longtime viewers probably remember we did an Armour tier list where what was it, Molamon or whatever that we hated?
Yeah, we've been a stupid ass fish.
Stupid fish. But yeah, we're doing another one of those. So if you like these, let us know, because we like making them. They're chill as hell.
Yeah, we have a bunch of other silly ones that we're gonna do. Might kind of roll back to the Thanksgiving one. Yet real ones, no. The first Boko was a tier list, and I want to bring back a couple of those like low stakes, stupid like tier list videos again. So we might be back on that. All right. The naughty list is ready. Let's get the screen. Let's find out if this works first try.
While Andrew does that, I might also make it clear we're doing this based on like the card game and like the performances of certain individuals in the context of their decks or where they've been played throughout the year. So like if we're in here and we're like, yeah man, Tsukaimon's on the nice list, it's not because he's like a virus or a vaccine or whatever. It's because he hasn't done anything egregious to the health of the format. Just to be clear. We got some contenders on here, my boy. Oh my lord. I have things to say about some of these. I guess we should also decide, like, do we want to do this based on just our English format, or do we want to try and like pin down some of the outliers for BT19 too? Because Renamon X has some crimes to answer for.
Yeah, I think we can.
Is a question.
We can be really predictive. I mean, by the time this comes out Christmas, maybe this comes out on Christmas for all the free people.
Yeah.
So you can wake up, you've opened your presents, and you can find out who's not getting any presents. And
so let's go. How many of these are in the card game? Right, we got Terriermon X and Renamon X. They're in the card game. Falcomon's in the card game.
These two are in the card game.
And Candlemon and of course Soundbirdmon.
Armadillo and
Flopmon X.
Yeah.
I'm noticing. I think I'm gonna go ahead and start this off with throwing Candlemon under the bus. He hung out a lot with Numemon this year. Did a little bit of he succumbed to peer pressure, and Purple Numemon ran that card occasionally, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah.
I infamously got smoked by a Candlemon or Yukon one time on a KnTElixar video.
Yeah, true. Big ups.
So just for that, I'm willing to put this kid on the naughty list.
That's fair. I think it's also probably worth putting, as much as I love him.
I agree.
He was
he's on the loon.
He at least, he did his crimes early in the year and was like, I'm gonna shape up for the rest of the year. I got it out of my system. I'm gonna be a good boy. But unfortunately, like,
the choice restrict is damning. I'm gonna come out of this early and be like, if you're on the ban list, you're probably on the naughty list.
Yeah, but no, to be fair, I think he's just hanging out with a bad crowd. Like Sayo and Co really just are not meant to be trusted.
Yeah, those Nightclaw tamers, dude. They're up to no good.
Like, he's one of those, like, this Zubamon is like one of these gifted kids that has like his whole life ahead of him, but like he keeps hanging out with the wrong crowd. Like, he's doing well in school, but he just, he just succumbs to the game, man.
Yeah. You're gonna hear a very similar argument in a minute when we get to Galgamon Galmon and Lunamon.
All right, put me on the Renamon X antibody for our JP viewers. What has she been up to that?
Renamon X is a layer coming out in EX8. EX8, I believe, as of this time of recording, has basically existed for 3 days out in the wild. And so if you're not aware, Renamon X is just an added layer of searcher superpower for the Taumon loop deck. It helps you find your pieces to find Taumon and gives you your plugins. How do I describe Taumon loop if people don't know? It's basically the fun of like, I can't promote because Ruin Mode blanketed me, but every turn for most of the game from turn 4 on. And it wins the game by basically going wide while it does that. And so Renamon just being an extra consistency booster. Like, everyone was really hyped for Sakuyamon support. I think that much is very, very obvious because it's like a beloved fan archetype. But in VT19, it got a little out of hand, and in EX8, it's going to get crazier. So I think Renamon is it, has yet to answer for any crimes, but we'll see if I sing a different song if Renamon is the reason Ruin Mode finally gets looked at.
Yeah, I mean, it'll take them a while. I did not want to open Twitter and search Renamon, so yeah, Renamon X Antibody. She's just returning an option code with plugin.
Yeah, and you get the extra advantage of, by evolving this over a Renamon, the Renamon that you used to search has now got an inherit that's live. So like you get extra shrink on the plugins or trainings that you're using to evolve. So kind of a faux level 4 for a deck that sometimes just skips level 4s, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, I would call this a naughty, terrible card who's gone on the naughty list this year.
Yep, these all solid picks.
Oh my lord.
Yep.
Listen, yeah, it's Veemon. It's just like one of the two of the siblings have not been up to the same sort of like naughtiness this year. It's gonna be a weird Christmas morning on the DS titles.
Yeah, I mean, and like I bet like Sayo and Co, they're gonna wake up with their presents like, oh, what did you get? I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Couldn't be me.
This is a tough one. Snow Agumon. I've had my personal game. I have actually lost a Davis game to a Snow Agumon with a Digi Egg ice cladding my Fanglong. So that was a bummer. So he could go on the list for me, but actually, I have a real pick here. I think Zenimon should go on here because Zenimon is going to singularly creep out my goat Chumon from being the mem blocker in black. And like, why you gotta kick the kid when he's down?
Yeah, you know what? That's fair. I'm curious to see whether he will fully. I mean, I guess yeah, he will. And everything that isn't Sukamon that is actually abusing the name Chumon. Yeah, it makes sense. Memory block. I mean, by definition, I feel like we just like Chikurumon is never up to no good.
I also think Gaussmon could be a pick here if you aren't aware. Blue Flare's run in VT19 is kind of the main answer to a lot of the good decks.
I was still thinking along the line of Floodgate, but I was like, oh yeah, we are about to unleash the 7th layer of hell into the game soon.
Rush Greymon is a house. It's been falling off a little bit in terms of like its overall success. Polvito put up their data report recently about like, oh yeah, it turns out Imperial was quietly the most consistent deck of the format, and it beat Blue Flare. But like, still really annoying.
Interestingly, I think Impmon's kind of behaved this year. They haven't really done anything crazy.
Try to think what he's been in. Like
exactly.
like splashes of purple hybrid of borrowed Impmons.
Yeah, like as a weird like low end to accelerate, but
yeah, he's Dark Dragons. That deck is on the nice list you could make.
He's like out here doing community service.
Oh boy, there's some evil ones on here. All right, so we gotta put Pomamon in for sure. I think Gaumon's been in trouble for a little while.
Yeah.
Turnskip is
oh, he's on like the super naughty list. He's actually just straight up in jail. Awaiting trial.
There's some tough ones here. Shamamon is Red's new mem blocker. They finally got one.
Yeah, true.
That guy's kind of a chump. What was the top row as well?
The top row.
Veemon? Listen. He's not on the naughty list. He might be annoying, but he's not that bad. Star Sword. I always forget Star. Is he at level 3 in the card game?
Yeah, he's level 3. He's a 3. He can Digivolve, but he usually has on-play effects. He's usually like a level 3 Digicross, which is somewhat important, I guess.
Yeah. You can give an honorable mention to Starmons for being in the EX6 Shoutmon Digicross pile from BT19, but I don't think that's the card people are like, yeah, this deck is annoying for.
Yeah, I was gonna say Gomamon I feel like is more annoying.
Oh, that's a great pick. Yeah, Unblockable in blue was a slippery slope at the best of times.
Like if you can end up in Mirage Galgamon, like criminal by association.
Real. Speaking of criminal by association, shoutouts to Renamon. Oh, there's a real little trifecta here.
Yeah.
Renamon, Lotmon X, and Gazimon have all definitely overstayed their welcome in the format. Gazimon's been a staple of Purple Hybrid for a long time, Renamon for the Talmon loop, and Lotmon X, something happened, man. One Alexander Wang, or Alexander Pham, basically was like, you know what? Let's stick a Lotmon X and Leviamon and make it really big with Alliance. And we've basically never had a format that could work out the same since. So.
Yeah, admittedly, Lotmon, like, she was acting for the greater good, which was to beat Mother Shoto over the head.
Yeah, initially.
Initially. Um, she, you know, she's just a well-natured, like, pharmaceutical agent. Like, she's just like, the damn, bro, you're in pain. I got some meds for you. I'll prescribe you for the whole month. You'll be fine. Wormmon, though, he is everyone.
Yeah, him and
Yeah,
Veemon have been on the list.
you know.
I think specifically with Wormmon, it's really funny too because like insofar as like trying to not just hang out with Veemon and do regular Imperial stuff, the alternative was to be a deck dependent on 40-pound Shadramon promos. Give me a break. I
Yeah,
don't think he's not beating the allegations.
he's doing white collar crime for sure. Like some sort of tax evasion,
Yeah, yeah.
embezzlement.
Who could be worse than Ukomon? Ukomon actually may be a contender for as bad, if not worse, as the turn skippers. Like truly every heinous thing that has happened in the format from him. Pillowmon. Oh, man, do we give Pillowmon an honorable mention for stealing a world championship? That's quite a feat.
Yeah, you know what? They also do keep the partition decks in chat. You know what? But it is also really funny to have 3 floodgates right next to each other.
Just are all back to back to back. Yeah. We could throw Nemon on there. That's my personal opinion. That guy's a rat. He is not. We do not claim Nemon.
I haven't seen Nimon do anything of value. Same with like Espimon.
Yeah, Espeon's getting new cards. That'll be hype.
Yeah.
What else we got? You know, dare I say, I think everyone who's still. Oh wait, Gabumon X. Never mind. I was because everyone on this screen has been doing innocent,
yeah.
decent behavior, but Gabumon X has been well out of line.
It's funny because he's so like softly drawn. I was thinking of the blue one, and I was like, oh wait, yeah, the two-color one.
Two-color one.
Yeah. Is this? We've been consistently hitting 4 each time, so there's gonna be a lot of people who are not having a good Christmas.
Yep, Veemon's no good. I think Chumon looking good in the rearview mirror, considering Zenimon stole the show a little bit. I just saw Sistermon Blanc. I think based on the behavior of some individuals, Sistermon Blanc loop control with some puppet stuff.
You're right. She's on the naughty list.
Yeah.
Corona, is Corona?
I think he's less evil than Lunamon because he isn't in the pure Mirage turn skip, but he was still part of a turn skip. It's just not as good a one.
Yeah. I mean, he's part of the choice restrict one, right?
That is true. You can't, that engine at least.
Yeah.
I'd give it to Coronamon. I think he might need to shape up for next year. Next time that deck gets support, it better be a Fonimon core and a well-behaved line. What else we got? Sayakamon is a complicated one. As a floodgate, the most obnoxious thing ever. So I think it gets it on that. Sayakamon X. I used it in Cigarette Pigeon almost exclusively.
It's not even that good in like Levia, like its intended line. Obviously, it not being able to go dark over the deep savers means it's not going to be really used in that. I think from a card game standpoint, it's chilling for now.
I think it gets away with it. I think you take a hit of the X antibody and you become cool. Can I give you a contentious take here? I think Fun Beemon should be in here on fraud. I think truly despair-inducing terribleness is a crime guilty of upsetting Santa Claus. Oh, Tomomon X is so peak.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is an incredible design.
That rules. Give me that from Nature Spirits, please, Bandai.
Yeah, that's kind of heat.
Trackmon's done nothing all year, right?
Yeah, the rest of these are kind of just like non-factors. This was a contender for like the first like 0 hit page.
Oh, I will say this. On that previous page, we had Black Toy Agumon, and some people will be like, all of the Three Musketeers are just like a restart. That's like, surely that's no. I think that deck is cool as hell now. So
Yeah.
I don't think he goes on the naughty list for rebooting the deck.
Okay.
Otamamon though, that's a naughty lister.
Yeah, that is. So EX8 just came out in Japan, and these like Godsumon X and Tsuneriza are not gonna be doing anything.
We'll see. I think there's something to the rock stuff, but I don't think Tsunerizamon's the reason the rock stuff is annoying.
Yeah, like Commandramon doing that really funny thing that it does to one of expressly meta decks, but I think they are fine.
Yeah, I can give him the pass on this one. Cutemon's a Floodgate. That's a naughty card. Where do we go on Morphomon? I think there's an element of like this card refuses to go in anything, and the times like Eosmon did, I believe, top a Canadian like regional event. And did it off the back of just hunting Imperials for sport.
Yeah, it was kind of weird that like it did so well in JP and then kind of just did nothing. I don't know if it's just like
best of three.
Best of three, or just people not having as much faith in the deck. I don't know.
It's a challenge. I think Morphomon lives to fight another day, but the naughty list adjacent for the track record here.
Oh, System on Blanc Awaken, absolutely.
Maybe even more so, yeah.
I feel like Gabumon No Pelt just has to go onto the list anyway.
Just purely because he's a little weirdo, yeah. Gilmon X being the second searcher in EX8 is funny, but he's not there yet. Give it another 2 weeks and he'll be on the naughty list.
Like Haguru and Haguru X, like Machine hasn't done anything as of late, so it's fine.
If you ask the Darugamon players, they'd say Dorumon deserves a spot on here for not evolving over SOC level 2s.
I will put Gotsumon on the list though, because he is actually a Floodgate.
Oh, of course.
So is Kokua, technically.
Yeah, good spot. He's the Floodgate. He's the unique one. Does Haguru and Haguru X make the cut for that stupid Justimon OTK that was floating around for a little while?
No.
You know, the token popping one?
Yeah, no, I played into it. It's stupid. Them not being digivolvable. It's kind of annoying, but like,
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like Shoutmon Jet Sparrow has more relevance.
I'll give him the pass then. I think the rest of these guys look okay. Madoki Beta, criminal. Pokemon remains perennially a criminal, in my humble opinion. If I remember correctly, 2024 started out with people winning with Red Hybrid.
Yeah. Chuchumon is still eating paste at the back of class.
He's not a winning spirit. Muchomon, he's criminal adjacent.
Yeah.
Red aggro beatdown. Jurassic Park should have never seen the light of day. So Muchomon did a lot of heavy lifting in that deck.
I mean, that and like the Systemon stuff.
Same again.
I don't know.
With the wrong crowd.
If Promo Gilmon gets a pass, I feel like Muchomon's okay. What I will say is Monitamon probably deserves to be looked at for being able to load Tamers under Tamers.
That is a great question, actually. That is a really good thing to look at. There's implications.
we should pull him into the room. How many of these do we go through before we just start like picking?
Before we hitting the dupes finally? Oh, Patamon's gotta go. He's been a bad dude this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Labramon, Goblymon, some of these guys have done their time.
Yeah.
Lugomon?
He's getting arrested for fraud.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got. I think Gilmon and Lucamon Gilmon as the draw engine for some town on loop bases. He's hanging out with the wrong people too.
Yeah. Right.
I saw a Lucamon deck top the European event recently in purple hybrid, and it was being played with Antilamon from BT17 because it plays a Lucamon for free and uses Alliance.
Okay, that's funny. So I've seen it in Angels as well. Like Cherubi play Lucamon and like heal doing that.
Quirky. I could see those.
All right, start to get some dupes.
The beginning of our dupes finally. Oh man, I don't think Lotmon necessarily deserves the villain status. Does Terriermon off of being a floodgate. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
he
so.
does. Look out for Bushi Agumon. He's not on the naughty list, but he's gonna be on some list soon.
Yeah, for real.
As soon as Utrecht is done, I'm going back to script writing, and
Fantastic.
hopefully we will all get back to footage collect. Well, start footage collecting, because
Yeah.
goodness gracious me, we're behind the pay. No, I mean this comes out soon enough. I mean
Yeah,
most
we'll work
people
on the
know at this
thing.
point.
Yeah. All right, we're in
All
there. We're
right.
in the trenches now. Who's really been the big bad? I mean, Ukomon's like he's gonna podium, right? Like he
Yeah,
might not win the whole thing, but Ukomon's at least getting a bronze medal on the naughty list this year.
I think if we're trying to start cutting it down to like 3 picks or whatever, I
Yeah, I can see
think
3 per page.
KnTeLixar and Gazimon, like Gazi because he's just in every purple good stuff. He's
Yep.
gonna be in Millenni. Um, and he I think might have been in Nume. I don't remember if they would run like what the memory blocker would look like in Nume.
Mm-hmm.
Candlemon is there for Nume, and then Ukomon is there for everything.
Everything, literally everything, all year long. You know what? I'm willing to give you this. I think maybe there's a case for Patamon over Candlemon because Candlemon really only was a Numemon guilt by association.
Yeah, and
Patamon hung out with Magnamon for a bit.
Patamon, reference to our old videos, cards that like absolutely ratted on like TK Takaishi testified against him in court. Like he's still on the naughty list. He's just not in
Rap
jail.
snitches type beat. Yeah. Oh boy.
Oh, that's a lot of floodgates.
Blanc Awakened. It's hard to not immediately see that and think no good is coming from this card. It is being used explicitly dishonestly, which is to some very, very peak. But to Santa Claus, who sees you when you're sleeping and knows when you're awake, Blanc Awakened has woken up.
Yeah. I'm also willing to put Lucamon here for fraud.
Yep, I'm in for it. Leviamon's been good for a while. Should we give Goblymon the mention? I think the other floodgates are annoying. Oh, but Goblimon X is a monster, isn't he?
So it was that, or I was kind of looking at Pillowmon for like being
Oh,
the
for
most.
Sealing Worlds.
Yeah. Well, I was actually mostly thinking just for generally how many people are putting Cherubi, Playdown, Pomu, or Pillow
Mm-hmm.
as like a, all right, don't
Board
you dare
ender.
partition. It feels kind of mean, but I don't know. There's something about purple draw, like most optimal draw one, trash one engine that I feel like Gobbly.
I raise you this though. Gabumon, how many times do you remember a card being released and banned in the same year?
He was banned before he came out, right?
We were aware of his imminent hit. And I think that's a unique status reserved for some truly bozo level dudes.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, not to give Goblimon the pass, but like he's not excluded. I think the only Gabumon X all year has been broken.
Yeah, you're right. EX5 card.
Good lord. I'm seeing a notable front runner in Gaumon. Yep.
Yeah.
Where are you on Labramon?
She
I
was
think
the next that was
Labramon and
looking at.
Anubis is
Yeah.
something to say.
Just
Let me hit
because
you with
she's
this.
so efficient for like bringing stuff back. The fact that she pitches is relevant for some costs. Well, you could argue like, you know, the Cerberus does more for being a free pick back, but like a lot of the time free playing a rookie isn't exactly difficult.
Yeah.
I would be willing to take like a diagonal and go this way because I feel like there's one Shikurimon that isn't just like you see it hit the field and you roll your eyes.
The security D-bomb one is really annoying.
Yeah.
Is there another Chikurimon past him?
The
The
play cost
Bagra one.
The play cost reduction one exists, and then there's the bad Bagra one. That's the only bad Shikurimon that I can think of.
You know what? I'm willing to give it to Chikurimon, but I also think Gabumon no pelt is a deeply uncomfortable thing to have to think about, and I hope that never shows up in the card game. Maybe we just pretend he's not there.
Gabumon no pelt. It's actually going to be next year's prize cards.
Yankee with no brim ass motherfucker.
Ooh,
dude, I'm not gonna hold you. I want to pick Fun Veemon. I think Fraud Watch should get you on the naughty list.
Like, Blanc is fine for now. Awakened, I think Awakened is only exclusively used to scam people.
Yeah, Blanc is like a Royal Knights card too, right?
Yeah,
Like,
though.
or like a Jessmon card. Like Blanc Awakened is just nobody's doing anything nice with it. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, and then that kind of just leaves Floodgates 1 and 2.
I'm good for this. I see
One of
the
them
line.
is one of them is a Mirage Floodgate. So
Wow, what a pick. Zubamon for his memory loop.
mm-hmm.
Maybe we do 2 on this one because there's only 4.
Yeah.
I could see it being Manitamon for just like kind of functional gameplay breaking.
Yeah.
I think that one's a little disturbed.
I think for the fact that we are going to see Harry get judge called almost every round if he ends up taking Dark Knight, I think that back on the list.
Yep, not going anywhere.
Wow, this is actually a lineup. Wait, she might actually escape.
Criminals.
If we're only picking 2, I think
I'm going to
actually.
throw you a bone here. I think Chikorimon being a black card, black has just had a worse year than purple. And I think just because it was hanging out with bad crowds, they weren't the worst crowds.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think Coronamon is lucky to be the 3rd pick on this list. He has done some nefarious things this year.
I just wonder if... Because Gazimon's a definite.
I'm willing to leave it with these 2.
Well, with Blanc and Gazi?
Yeah, Blanc and Gazi. I think Blanc is the given. You know what we said about Ukomon might be on the podium? I think Blanc might be on the podium.
Yeah. Ukomon on the podium.
Ukomon. This is so tough.
Yeah,
right?
it's got to be these 2, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, like, as much as I think Patamon's a schmuck, he's like, he got away with it.
Yeah. He's definitely like the art as well. He's doing like the
he's giving you a side eye there, isn't he?
If I don't move, they won't see me kind of thing. And he's just like he's caught Santa Claus and he's just like pretending he can't see him, just staring dead eyed like.
Bro ate all the milk and cookies and he's like, nobody will notice. Yeah, this is a good set of 2.
Ooh,
oh my lord!
I think
is it ever Lunamon and Gaomon for the
it has to be like it's both of them.
Lunamon, broken as he is fair in that light.
We're saying this because Scrambles aren't out yet.
Yeah, that's
I think
true.
when Scrambles come out, then we have some words.
Whether they can scramble the Lunamons.
Yeah, she could just scramble herself and bounce herself back.
It's super stupid. Yeah.
I don't know. I think just because right now these 2 cards are like 2 of the most crucial cards to see in the turn skip loop, I think.
Yes. Also, with the context of the Eastern format, Wisteria Memory Boost was a crazy buff to the actual Lunamon, so that card doesn't need more help.
Ooh, are we picking 1 per, or are we sticking on 2?
I think with 3, we got to start thinking 1 per. I'm going to throw you this. I think between Zubamon and Lunamon, it's Lunamon.
Yeah, same.
I think Lunamon continuing the shenanigans is deeply inappropriate.
Yeah, the fact that like Zubamon immediately got kicked to the curb and then they still just found a different loop, I feel like lets Coronamon and then Zubamon off the hook.
Zubamon got clean, dude. They gave him a whole Ragnarlord wave of support. He has a regional alt now. Like, guy's trying to be a Bandai model student. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Coronamon as well. Like that. You know, he's a hardworking guy. He's not involved in any degenerate loops now. Lunamon, though, is still doing crime on the side.
Yeah.
Like, she takes 2 phones to school.
Yeah. One to text back real deck building and one to do memory bullshit.
Yeah, like, she has, like, the latest iPhone and, like, a small little Nokia. It's like, damn, how can you afford that phone?
She's got a BlackBerry.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, I'm all for Lunamon. I think Lunamon's looking suspicious. Oh my god, this is so hard. It's got to be Ukomon, right? Like Ukomon, it's in everything.
Dude, Gazimon is like, you know the picture of the guy with his head in his hands, like with his lawyers around him? That's Gazimon when he walked into this lineup and saw Ukomon. It's like, oh, I'm getting off. I'm not going to jail.
Gazimon, also to his credit, displayed a brief moment of honest Digimon deck building when they gave him Millenniumon named evolution support. So maybe there's hope for the little rat yet.
Yeah, his family is like, they put in a fantastic character reference for him.
Yeah, Deltamon came in like a homie.
Monitamon, he's just like way over his
I
head.
think Monetamon's like a crypto bro in this context. Like he's kind of like maybe scamming people out of crypto wallets.
He's
Ukamon is like peddling weapons in the street.
Monitamon worked like part-time at FTX.
Dude, what else? What else could hatching extra eggs be than arming children?
Get out there, go do
Yeah,
crime.
go do awful crime. Dude, this is tough. This one's hard.
I am
Neither of
actually
them are like front runners, I don't think.
so part of me wants to pick Galmon over Gabumon X Antibody
Uh-huh.
because Gabumon X Antibody, having now been slapped on the wrist, feels like he is less in danger of reoffending, whereas
Sure.
Galmon right now is just getting away with it. Like we're doing this before a ban list, so like we don't know. Maybe but then also Galmon as a name, like the list that won the OPE Ultimate Cup had only one more Galmon than it did Floodgates combined.
Yeah.
Like 8 Galmons, 7 Floodgates, which speaks to the general lack of quality for Galmons, but the on play both draw one is kind of foolish.
That archetype still almost entirely being not evolve over name has given this guy some devious credibility. His underground network of similarly like-minded offenders has vastly expanded. I'm willing to give you Galmon.
Yeah.
Sistermon Blanc Awaken is going in the slammer too, though.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So
is fraud funnier than a floodgate?
I think the fact that Cutemon has like
an actual top and has like offended.
I don't know. I was actually gonna say like she was the least useful crossheart card, and then her being a floodgate is cool and all, but like I feel like it's the one that is least used in yellow because most of the time they're just dropping pillow. Like if you're on Cutemon, you hated trainings when they came out, but like now, like Cutemon.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. I think also my mom likes Cutemon, so I'm gonna keep Cutemon on the nice list.
Fair enough. I think Funbeamon for causing people to go out there and hype buy bees, knowing full well his ass was not.
I have a full bees core in my desk.
How do you go be Insectoid, Cyborg, and X antibody tagged and just be like a shitcoin?
Bro, half of them say Liberator too. It's insane.
Yeah, bro has all the tags in the world and is squandering it.
It's gotta be Lunamon.
Yeah, it's Lunamon.
It's gotta be. It's just not even close. Oh!
This is rough.
Okay, can I give you this?
Okay.
One of the things that Ukamon has over Lunamon here is Ukamon is on the ban list. And that is a virtue of having one more named card than Lunamon. But in terms of enormous offenders, they both see play on the ban list as well. Lunamon not even necessarily directly is on the ban list. It's just the pair ban. You know, give it a couple weeks until they figure out what to do about the Mirage Loop. But
yeah, I'll give it. Yeah, I think we all knew Ukamon
is. I think this is so. I think this is like the top 3 are arguing with each other right now for the naughty list. I just think it's tough to not be this was Ukamon's year, and golly, what a year it was.
Yeah, he's got to be.
Well, he is more annoying than Veemon.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Ukamon, an inaugural Digimon naughty list member for 2024. Let's see. How should we round out a top 5? Like a halfway to an F1 podium.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, cool. It's Gazimon over Veemon.
Yeah, it's gotta
be.
At
a certain point, hater energy only gets you so far.
It was great to see Monitamon make it this far, but I mean,
yeah, he has hope for the bottom 5.
Ooh.
I think. Oh, this is so tough. Again, I think we have to give Gazimon the flowers, right? At the end of the year, kind of he started hanging out with the fam again. He's taken some self-help stuff. Like, you know, is Millenniumon a noble enough cause to get you to say sorry?
The only concern I have is he is a purple rookie, which
that's true.
Does make him like, whilst he's hanging around with purple, it's like being stuck in just a less economically developed area.
Yeah, he's at a not great school.
Like that we're doing his best. He's going into youth programs, but like the end of the day, he might just be like on the corner at the wrong time, and he
Yeah,
might get night raided back.
yeah, that's how it goes.
Lunamon,
Lunamon is actively griefing regionals right now, though.
but I feel like she's working hard to do it. She's just using the gifts she was given.
You know what? Yes, because like at the end of the day, how much can you separate Lunamon from the actions of Mirage Gaugamon? That is the thing that steals the memory, after all.
Yeah, like she's working hard to give memory. You have to have something else, or she's taking herself out to do it.
Yep. You know what? I'll give you the Gazimon. I think he's done. He's done enough, right? It's just been too much for him this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Congratulations to Gazimon.
And then
making
right
the naughty
behind him
list.
is Lunamon.
Lunamon, without question. That's our podium. So I'm, for what it's worth, impressed that Blanc Awakened didn't clutch it out. It's how it goes sometimes on this tough tier list. These criminals rank highly. Manitamon's, listen, he's funny, but Fun Veemon let a lot of people down.
Yeah.
Fun Veemon is literally the Digimon card game equivalent of opening coal for Christmas this year.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, we're not done with some of these selections.
Yeah, we gotta round out
Okay.
the 5.
Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna lock in Fun Veemon just yet. I feel like it is
Zubamon got help, right? He hung back out with Spadamon and Lunamon, like, you know, they got better.
part of me is tempted to put Madoki over Zuba here.
He's also not the most popular the most popular floodgate for blue at the moment. So it's like, where's the line?
Well,
he is a Mirage culprit. I'll give it that.
That's the thing. I feel like he is still the most popular because when you look at like floodgate lists, like they'll run a split, but I feel like you see more Madokis because as people are kind of, it depends obviously versus the deck, but with like Imperial being good, you kind of want Madoki more than you would like the play cost reduction or other things. I would definitely say that I feel like memory blocking on not a tamer is just such a useful thing to have.
Yeah,
like so many decks just, you know, 1 or 2 memory that they're just used to doing, suddenly messing up their whole line with it is kind of like really relevant.
Yeah, Madoki Betamon kicks over your sandcastle, really, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I'll give you that. Zubamon, since the restriction, is not doing his criminal activity anymore, so it would be funny to say Fun Veemon, but it's gotta be Gaomon, right?
It's gotta be
Gaomon. Oh, but this is see, these guys actively in the same gang right now.
Yeah.
Gaumon's got some big brothers that we don't like to talk about.
Yeah.
But Madoki Betamon, his relative pool of criminals is play from sources jamming inherit Betamon, and I don't think they're made equally here. I think Gaomon probably ekes it out.
Yeah.
It's tough though.
His family, like his whole family, like they are on that Santa watch list, and I don't know if they've got like the lawyers. Like I don't know if they can contact Santa Claus to kind of work something out. Maybe send a threat. Keeps him in line.
I've seen requests to have literally every level of his line on the ban list, and I don't think I've ever seen that with any other Digimon before.
Maybe Melga.
Yeah, maybe Melga. Maybe if people had that much beef with what's it called, Omnimon.
Actually, thinking about it, yeah, Melga has all but the 6s, right?
Yeah, the 6s in Melga, funnily enough, kind of well balanced.
Yeah.
No, it was Sunamon too, but some people are like, dude, Wanyamon.
Oh yeah, there. Oh, Bukamon's on the ban list. Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, the other Gabumon egg. Yeah. You know what? Give it to Galmon. I think he deserves his spot.
Yeah, there it is, the 4th one.
Well done to Galmon.
And now
Sistermon Blanc Awakened has to. I mean, there's just no honest use case for Blanc Awakened. It's just like, I love the deck. Trix is my homie. Shout outs to Goat Tommy Trix. You should check out his speedruns. What in the hell were they thinking with this card? It's never going to be used fairly.
Yeah. Oh. Fraud?
Look, yeah.
Or grand larceny.
It's got to be tough. Lucamon actively breaks AG out of discard pile jail every day, but Gabumon X is like wanted for high treason.
Yeah.
And he did it in 2 different colors.
Yeah.
I'll never forget Gabumon base Ulforce. That was a tipping point for me in the card game. I was like, there is no hope.
Yeah, Gabumon base, All Force, Beelstar, just
Oh god, Bill Stone.
everything. Ah, yeah. As much as I would love to put Luga on here because of what he's about to do with scrambles, I feel like
Yeah. If this comes out after the BT20 reveals where the new Lugomon line is obscene or something, my bad. But
yeah,
I think we're holding it down for now. Oh boy. Terriermon, I think he's here on his floodgate crimes, right?
yeah,
Super rare Terriermon from the starter deck wasn't super obscene. Like, he didn't get up to Mega Gargomon got up to some stuff he maybe shouldn't have been doing.
yeah.
Rapidmon these days especially get up to some stuff he shouldn't be doing.
I
But
was gonna say his starter deck was a letdown, but it did give us starter deck Magnamon and Mega Gargo, which are like
and
objectively good
Rapid,
cards,
the
and
the
Rapid.
the what's it called? Mother Shoto pile now.
Yeah.
So
Ah,
Terriermon, it's a challenge. But how funny is it if Fun Beemon gets on
I
the
still think it's Funby.
He let me down so bad. He didn't even get an ult. Isn't that crazy? All the other Liberator homies get ults. Except, well, for what it's worth, the Impmon didn't because it's a novel one. So maybe by that logic, Fun Beemon is not getting one. But
Wait,
like,
Ryutaro's got one, right? Oh wait, he doesn't have a
he
rookie.
has a Tamer ult.
Yeah, he doesn't
Same
have a
as
rookie.
Yuki and Winner. But yeah. Oh man, I said it would be funny if it's Fun Beemon, but there's really no competition here, is there?
Yeah.
Gabumon X had a breakout year on the criminal circuit.
Yeah. Like all of these like
They're funny criminals. This dude killed a guy.
yeah. There it is.
Congratulations to our top 5 naughty list for Digimon TCG 2024. These are the nastiest children in the game. They would have kidnapped Santa Claus and thrown away the key, locked him up for 60 years to see what they would see.
Yeah. This was a fun list. We're gonna be looking at some other things for more just light-hearted bonus content. As much as it's great to kind of go through some things, we do like mixing in some silly things, and if it helps us do bonus content more frequently, that'll be great. Again, for Champions when this comes out, sorry the podcast hasn't been on for a couple of weeks. I've been casting regionals. We've been busy, Thanksgiving and all that. And then Utrecht next week. So
It really is always November and December for Digimon. I don't know. Maybe we do like. You ever think about doing a Boko for like the LM box openings? If they come out in time, we can film mine or something.
yeah, we'll do something.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
But that's how it goes. Let us know what you think, y'all.
Woo.